Hello, I'm going to talk about the ostrich situation going on in BC and the revelations that this has sparked. So, we have a situation where every single means by which we are told that we have to defend our rights. Now let's get something straight. If you are not willing to physically defend your rights, you don't have any. Period. Nobody is going to give you rights. How do you think we became a country? How do you think that we got where we were? We didn't ask people and beg them and go, oh, could you please just give us our rights? No, we fought for them. People died for them. That is how we got them. So enough of this bitch ass fucking, oh, let's sit on the sidelines and cry. Because you know what I'm telling you right now? All of the shit you're doing is fucking pointless. It's fucking pointless. Okay? I'll just tell it to you straight. You could go and say all you want. You can go to the court. You can go to the freaking police. You can go make any fucking media thing you want. The fact of the matter is, the government owns the media. The government owns the cops. The government owns the Supreme Court. The government owns YouTube. Okay? So you can't even go and make a video and put it out there because nobody will ever see it. I've asked over 30 people over the past couple months whether or not they've even heard of what's going on for the ostrich farm. Guess what? Not one. Not one. Nobody knows. Now, yeah, I live in Toronto, but that's no excuse. Nobody knows about it. You guys are making all this thing, talking all this things, trying to get videos out and shit. Nobody's listening. Nobody cares. They don't care if you bitch and whine and cry. They don't care if you throw a protest. They don't care if you go whining and making videos and whatever else. Look, CBC fucking, they don't care. And that's where people get their things. CTV and CBC. And they are evil motherfuckers that do not care and are deliberately, to line their own pockets, deliberately throwing this country into fucking nonsense. They are the ones that are blocking and convincing everybody that the evil that is going on in our country is fine. It's okay. Don't worry about it. So, my point here, and I asked AI, and I've also asked quite a few people. So, in a scenario where the government is corrupt and attacking the people, literally, this is an attack on the people. You know, it's an invasion. That's an attack. They're killing people's livestock. There's some people, like, I've heard of cops walking into fucking people's houses and shooting their dogs. Is there any consequences for that? No. No. Like, honestly, every law enforcement is a threat. It's a literal threat because they can get a call on a fucking phone and all of a sudden they are the biggest threat on the planet to you. And there's nothing you can do about it. So I asked the AI, outside of violence, how would we defend our rights? How would we defend ourselves from wrongdoings done to us if the media is owned by the government, the cops and officers are owned by the government, the courts are owned by the government, the YouTube algorithm or any sort of social media is suppressed and controlled by the government. So we can't talk about what's going on. We can't get the word out there. We can't call the cops because the cops are working for them. RCMP is a terrorist group. Literally, I did the checklist of the criteria of what would make up a terrorist group, and RCMP checks 5 out of 5 boxes. Like, and people are fucking stupid. You're stupid. Like, at this point. You're actually trusting. You're actually trusting. This is the most retarded thing I've ever heard about in my life. You're actually trusting that the people that are infringing on your rights are going to help you while they're helping the other person, right? Like, we have RCM videos of RCMP involved. RCMP killed one of the birds, right? With the drone, and then watched as the owner watched it die in front of them. Still nothing. I'm sorry to say I am a very logical person, because logic and science does not give a fuck about your feelings. It doesn't care. It doesn't care if you don't like it. It doesn't care if you disagree. There's a difference between opinion and fact, opinion and science. Science does not care about you. Facts do not care what you have to say. And the facts are, and the science is, that unfortunately, if you want to save those birds, straight up 100%, if you want to save those birds, you're gonna need to gather the town, the city, I don't know, you got 30,000 people, okay? Get your fucking guns, get your shit, and go save the ostriches. That is literally, and I'm not inciting violence, I'm not inciting this or that, or you want to construe whatever you want to do. I'm telling you a logical fact. I'm just telling you the truth. The facts are, if you want to save those ostriches, the one and only way is to gather the people and walk on that farm. And you physically take them off that farm. And you walk through the RCMP and you physically remove them too. That is the only way. 100% the only way. And you can go and you can do all your court cases. You can go scream about it on the mountaintops. You can, but the damage is done. Damage is going to be done. Too late. And everything you say is going to be suppressed, and nobody is going to hear about it. And nobody is going to hear about this incident. And it will be buried. And nothing you do or say is going to change that. Nothing you do or say is going to get accountability. Nothing you do and say is going to get a just result. 100%. The only way, 100%, is unfortunately through standing up and physically fighting for your right. We did not get to where we were by talking and crying about shit. We have become a country through fighting. Physically fighting. Killing people. That's how we got here. You want to dispute me on it, you can go fucking pick up a history book. And then come to me with the facts. But you're wrong. At 5 minutes of looking at our fucking history and the history of everything around the world, why do you think it was such a problem? Like, one of the things that people don't even realize. So, when Trump was sitting there talking about, oh, this line, drawn with a ruler, that was the most insulting thing to say to all of the soldiers that died on that line. That's why that line is there. Because enough people had to die on that line for it to become a thing. For both the commanders to go, yo, we're losing fucking people. Like, yo, okay, guys, you know what? Enough. We've lost 10,000 to 20,000 people on this line. I guess that's where maybe we should talk about it. Then we talk about it. Then. But first, you establish a president of power. Because without that, you don't have anything. You can talk about anything all you want. You can talk about it. But it ain't gonna stop the people from doing what they're doing. Or continuing to do what they're doing. Talk is cheap. It is cheap. It is worthless. When I grew up, okay, I had all the, little kid with glasses, right? Got bullied all the time. I went to the teacher. I went to my parents. I went to my friends, my family. Do you think any of that helped? Do you think it? No, it didn't. Because day after day, they came back, and it didn't fucking matter. I could tell the teacher. I could tell anybody. You know what stopped it, though? It was the craziest thing. It was funny. So, he decided to try and bully me again. And I grabbed him, and I sweeped his leg to throw him off balance, and I put his ass through a fucking window. Here's the funny thing about that. He never bothered me again. In fact, he didn't even come near me ever again. And yeah, I got in a little bit of trouble. But I wasn't being bullied anymore. People respected my rights. Why? Oh, because suddenly there's a fear of physical pain. There's a fear that, hey, he might actually fucking hurt me. Maybe I should leave him alone. Maybe I shouldn't try to treat him unjustly. Maybe I shouldn't try to infringe on his rights. Funny how that worked, eh? Funny how all the talk, all the things that I was told that I was supposed to do didn't help. But when I physically stood up for myself and I physically did something about it, the wrong that I was subjected to stopped. Wow. Huh. Right? So, I don't know, you can do whatever you want to do with the video. I really don't care. But I have been absolutely infuriated by all of this nonsense. And actually, I am more mad at the people there that are standing around like a bunch of fucking whining bitches, crying and yelling on the sidelines. Oh, we don't know what's going on in the farm. Oh, I wish we could find out. They're 200 feet away from you, you stupid fucks. Like 200 feet. You could literally take fucking 30 people, knock down the fence, walk over, take pictures of everything and find out. You can do that today. Holy shit. But no, let's be nice and kind about it. Let's allow people to step on our rights. Let's allow people to assault us, to take our shit. Because that's what you're doing. You're allowing it to happen. Because you're too scared and too cowardly of getting in trouble to physically do anything about it. If that's the case, you don't have rights. This was a test from the government. Okay? This was a test, this whole thing. Why do you think it went all the way up the fucking court case? Why do you think it's gone through every form of law enforcement with no appeal? With not one person along the line went, wait, maybe we shouldn't do this, right? You think that's funny, right? It's up at the Supreme Court. It's gone from every single level of court. That means there was like 7 judges that fucking looked at this and went, yeah, it's all right. It's okay. It's fine. Let them go. Let them do what they want. It's fine. No, people's rights don't matter. It's fine. Just do it. That means every single cop, every single RCMP or officer that's on there, that knows and sees and is helping do the wrongdoings right now, none of them said anything about it. Nobody made a report about it. Nobody got this shit out there to anybody. What, 200 fucking officers down there and an entire RCMP fucking thing? You're telling me none of them has spoken out or said anything about it? This was a test to see how far, if they tried to take away our rights, if they tried to kick in the fucking door and shoot your grandmother in the face, would you stop them? Would you physically stop them? And what we're finding out, and this is the exact answer the government wanted. This is what they wanted. They wanted to prove that they could do whatever the fuck they want to you, and you will not do anything about it. You won't. You will bitch and cry and yell and scream about it, but you will not at any point physically defend your rights. This is what the government has proven. It's a test, and we failed. We've already failed. And if all these ostriches fucking die, which I'm gonna say they're gonna die. They're going to die if you don't physically stop it. I'm telling you this now. You can bitch, you can whine, hope in one hand and shit in the other. See which one fills up faster. Okay? So go ahead, have all your hope you want. You go and fucking scream at the rooftops. But I'm gonna guarantee you 150%. Every single one of those ostriches are going to die. Not a single person is going to be held accountable. And this story and all your yelling and screaming is going to be silenced. Prove me wrong. Go ahead. I want someone to respond with an option, an actual option that is going to get the results. Now remember, we've already done the freaking independent media. They've already gone through the courts. They've already gone through the cops. And they've already gone through the politicians. That is all four of our defensive mechanisms that we rely on to defend our rights. That is all four. The fifth one is a revolution. The fifth one is where 42 million people hurl everybody out like frisbees, disarm the police, and take all their guns. Take all their guns. You don't have to kill them. You don't have to even hurt them. If 1 million people walk in, they're not going to fire a shot. They don't have the bullets. The government has been spending years, decades, convincing people, A, they don't have power. And the stupidest fucking phrase I've ever heard in my life. It is so stupid. Oh my God, my fucking head. Okay, there are a bunch of phrases that are just stupid and have fucking plummeted our people into a fucking dystopian nightmare of retardation. Okay? And the one that applies here is, there is no reason for violence. What? Are you fucking kidding me? There are plenty of reasons for violence, you morons. What the fuck? How do you think we became a country, you idiots? Through fucking fairy pixie dust and fucking unicorns? The fuck? No reason for violence. You know why they tell you that? It's so that you become complacent. It's so that you become a wuss. So you're too scared to defend yourself because you've believed your entire life that there is never a reason to do so. You know what? Take it from a person who has found out the hard way. The hard way. There are reasons for violence. And defending your rights is top of the list. Top of the list. It's how we got our country. It's how we got our fucking everything. Everything. Every single right and privilege that you fucking enjoy nowadays was brought to you by violence. And only after enough violence did the people that were oppressing us, that were putting us in that position, finally say, oh, whoa, okay, you win. You win. Okay, let's sit down and talk about this. That's the facts. This is how we got to where we are. It was not through diplomacy. Diplomacy came after violence. And the only reason that diplomacy was even a thing was because the other side, not the people, was losing. That's why diplomacy became a thing. It was not because we just started talking to each other. And we just realized that, there's no reason to really fight each other. It wasn't a real thing. It was after walking over fucking bodies. Hundreds and hundreds of bodies. That finally the people watching went, holy shit, maybe we should talk to these people. Maybe we shouldn't try, but like oppression isn't working. Maybe we should, try something else. Maybe we should talk to them. But that only came after power was established. After the government and cops and everybody that was trying to fucking oppress us. Other countries, Britain, US, fucking all through our entire history as a country. We've had to literally fight to be a country. Our country is probably built on like so many bodies. So many bodies. Not through talking. Not through being reasonable. Well, I guess reasonable. Because use it in reason. Right? You guys are being unreasonable. You are not listening to all the laws that the people have established. And the whole point is to prove that your rights don't exist. They don't. That's the point. That I can take your rights. I can do whatever I want to you. And you're not going to do a damn thing about it. At this moment, here in BC with the ostriches. Not here, I'm in Toronto. Otherwise, I'd already be at the fucking farm. Something needs to be done. Something needs to be done because you're establishing a president. You are establishing that, yes, they can take your rights, and you will not do anything about it. 100%, if they walked in and killed your fucking family, you're not going to do anything about it. They just proved it. They're proving it right now. This is a fact. This is not some sort of crazy fucking thing. Go ahead, check it out. Go ahead, look. It's gone through every single fucking level of court. That means our entire court is unjustified. Which means we need to fire all the judges. They all need to go. We need to take away the RCMP and the police's guns. Take them away. Walk into every precinct, take their badges, take their guns, throw them out. That's it, you're done. Bye. Take their guns. Take their guns, take their badges, you're done. You had your chance. You failed. You have failed to protect the people. You have failed to uphold your responsibilities that we gave you. You only exist because the people gave you that right. We need to stop. We need to stop. We need to stop fucking having trust, basing these important things off some sort of trust system, off some sort of honor system. You don't just leave a fucking loophole that allows people to do bad things and go, well, I don't think they're gonna do it. What? If you see the fucking loophole, if you see the fucking way, close it. Don't leave a fucking option for someone to potentially take advantage of something because you think they wouldn't do that. 100%, if you allow someone to do something, they will do it. 100%. This is, it's fully known. This is ridiculous. The state our country is in it's only this way because people are stupid. And for some reason, we've come to some sort of level where when stupid people do stupid things, you're not allowed to call them stupid. You're not allowed to say that what you're doing is stupid. But my feelings, I don't give a fuck. You're doing something stupid. And maybe if I called you stupid and you feel bad about it, you're not gonna do something stupid the next time. You're gonna realize that, hey, maybe what I was doing was stupid. Yeah. Not, oh, you called me stupid. How dare you hurt my feelings? You don't want to be called stupid, then don't do stupid things. Don't say stupid things. I've been utterly disappointed in this country ever since the election. We had an election based on common sense. And our country lost. Notice Poilievre has not actually said common sense very often, a couple times on a couple things, but he had a whole election on it, and he won't say it again. Because he realized, and maybe he doesn't want to say it, and it's probably a good idea for him not to, but he realized Canadians don't have common sense. We're not smart people, apparently. Because even if your thing was to go against Trump, okay? Even if that was the case, you voted in Trump. You voted in a billionaire corporate businessman. What's Trump? A billionaire corporate businessman. And half the country didn't even see the fucking thing. They didn't know what they were doing. Not to mention, at least with Trump, he's been successful in things he's done. And I don't like the guy. I hate Trump. He's a fucking retard. And half the shit, like, I can give him credit to certain things, but majority of what he talks about is fucking nonsense. And if you actually took 5 minutes to actually research the actual information, you would find out. But Carney is not only exactly like Trump in every way you could possibly imagine, he's also an epic failure. Because Everybody was voting him in on his resume, right? His resume. So when someone comes up with a resume, do you call the referrals? Like, did anybody check the referrals on the resume? Let's see, Bank of England, failed. His advising to Germany, failed. Virtually every single thing that he's ever done in his life, besides lining his own pockets, the actual effects of everything failed miserably. Miserably. And you voted him in. You voted him in. Like, if you took 5 minutes to just put Mark Carney on fucking Google, you would have seen the laundry list of failures that were there. Right? This was a test. It was a test. Is a test. And we failed. We failed the test. And the government won. They have now pushed people into a spot to exactly where they wanted them, where I can do whatever the fuck I want to you, and you will not fight me. You will not fight me. Period. I'm not gonna fight you. Right? It was a test to see if they could oppress us. Would we fight back if they did something like this? And guess what? Next time they do something like this, and it's going to happen again. Think it's just your farms? Yeah, go. You be that naive. But the next time it happens, it's going to be catastrophically worse. It's going to be worse. And you know why? Because they now know that the Canadian people will not do anything about it. Well, guys, I don't know what to tell you. I'm pissed off. I would really hope that the country that I've lived in my whole life, that I've been proud of until this year, has dissolved into a bunch of whining bitches. We used to be the badasses. Like in wars, how many fucking hold my beer moments did we have? We had Vimy Ridge, we had the fucking beach. Like, come on! Vimy Ridge was our fucking literal hold my beer moment. Everyone else tried to do it, and we did it in 24 hours. We fought off the states in for our sovereignty. We fought off the French. We fought off pretty much everyone. Anyone who tried to take our country, we fought them off. The only reason we are a country is because we fought them off. Because we fought for it. Well, I guess I'm going to wrap it here because I'm just, I'm too pissed off to really continue, honestly. And I believe I've said everything I need to say on this subject. Probably not. But us Canadians, we gotta stop this. We gotta stop this. Like, I'm surprised nobody's walked into CBC and knocked Cochrane right out of his fucking chair. Seriously. Why has nobody walked into that fucking goddamn thing and fucking knocked that bald piece of shit right out of his fucking chair? Like, I'm sorry. Words only go so far. And when people stop listening, your words are empty. They don't mean anything. You have no power. So not until you slap someone in the fucking face that they start to respect you. That they go, hey, maybe I shouldn't trample on that person's rights. Right? Oh, and by the way, on the ostrich farm, the fucking Katie. Your lawyer sucks. Your lawyer is the worst fucking lawyer I've ever seen in my life. How did other people have to tell you that there were problems with the warrant? Why did your lawyer not notice that? Why did your lawyer allow that to happen? Here's why. Because your lawyer is paid off. He's just there to give you hope that what you're doing is working. So you will sit down and shut the fuck up while they kill all your ostriches. Your lawyer's a fucking scumbag. Obviously. Because with the amount of fucking things he has missed, points that he's very horribly, obviously, are not bringing up in court. You need a new lawyer. You need a good lawyer. Because that guy is paid off by the fucking liberals or paid off by someone. Because there is no way, no fucking way that anybody is that incompetent. That is done deliberately. He missed that shit deliberately. He did not tell you about that shit deliberately. You need a new lawyer. First of all, and second of all, if anybody wants to save those ostriches, you're going to have to do it physically. There is no other option. And if they all die, this story is going to be buried so fucking deep, you're never going to see the light of day. It's never going to see the light of day. 100%. The courts are not going to prosecute anybody that was involved in this. And the cops will not follow up on anything. No reports are going to be checked. They're all going to be buried. Everything about this is going to be buried. So, either do something about it, or sit there and cry and whine and bitch and moan and just watch as everything unfolds exactly the way they do while you sit there and cry about it. These are facts. Whether you like them or not is not my problem. That is not my issue. That people are not smart enough to start connecting dots. Like fucking people are goldfish. Okay. Anyways, I don't think anything is going to come of this. I doubt anyone's even going to see this. But I couldn't just say nothing. I've been watching this for months, waiting for someone to do something. And you have all disappointed so heavily in trusting in people that do not deserve your trust, that have shown you multiple times that they don't care, they are not helping you, and they hear nothing you're about to say. Anyways, bye, and please prove me wrong. Please, I would love to wake up tomorrow morning and see a video that I'm wrong. But considering everything I told you is based in facts, everything I said was constructed on logic, I'm highly doubtful that anybody can prove me wrong. Okay. Have a good night, guys, or day, or whatever time you fucking see this at. And you guys at that ostrich farm, do better. Do better. Start taking this shit seriously. Stop trusting people. They're not on your side. They're not on your side.